Hey, hey! Ooh, look, hey, look who's got another review up at the Escapist. Go see. Then go tell him you'd like to see more. Yeah, I know. Self-promote much, but hey, at least I'm not hawking t-shirts. Yet. So, we had us an election, didn't we? Cool. Who was your guy, Captain America or the Dark Knight? Anyway, it's a whole new day in America, right? Seriously, can I get at least one more wow out of this? Did we really just elect the first black president of the United States? Is it really a dude named Barack Hussein Obama? Look, even if you didn't vote for the guy or don't like his politics, just his existence is one of those things that speaks really positively of how far along we've come in some respects. I mean, speaking as an American here, this is like the first time since about, World War II that we've managed to fully outcool Europe and Canada and Australia, and you get the idea. Anyway, you heard me. I've got to hear from my international cohorts all the damn time about how racist and backwards my country is, how we like our guns too much, how we don't like soccer enough. Well, you know what? For like the next 6 months or so, we have full license to come back to that with, oh yeah? Where's your funny name black guy who's in charge of everything? Huh? Yeah, so, gamer issues didn't come up much this time around, huh? Despite all the culture war stuff? Oh, sure, look, Joe Lieberman was floating around, he's always there, and President-elect Obama did call us underachievers, but really, for a change, we got overlooked in favor of important stuff. Hell, the closest we got was that one of the candidates damn near is a video game character in his own right. I mean, look at Senator John McCain for a minute. He got shot out of a plane. He didn't die. He got tortured. He didn't die. He ran for president once. He got shafted. He wasn't done. He told his own party to go fuck themselves a bunch of times. Wasn't done. He's old as hell. Not done. Ran again. Lost. Still back in the Senate. Still not done. This guy's got so many fucking continues, it's like he swallowed a goddamn game genie. Plus he tells corny-ass jokes, he makes wacky decisions on the fly, he married a variation on a princess, and his sidekick was a smoking hot but batshit insane chick with librarian glasses and a gun collection. In fact, forget video game. McCain should get his own manga. Thing is, we seldom think at all about politics in relation to gaming unless there's a censorship bill in the Senate. So I thought it might be fun to take this brief window of everyday people following politics and take an only slightly silly look at what kind of political themes are present in games and even game characters we follow. First things first. Liberal. Conservative. You know what? These words do not mean what most of you think they mean. Liberal means a lot of something. Conservative means a very small amount of something. If you're cooking and it says it wants you to add a liberal helping of salt, it doesn't mean you should get a helping of salt and then quiz it about its views vis-a-vis Roe versus Wade before you use it. It just means to use a lot of fucking salt. In political terms, this refers to the size and reach of government. Liberal means big government, in theory. Conservative means small government, in theory. That's it. That's all they mean. That's all they were ever supposed to mean. All the bullshit that gets stirred in now about religion and abortion and gay marriage and the environment, that's just hot-button crap both sides trot out to make it easier to condescend to you. I want that on the record because I don't want to get too many bitchy emails for opining that when you look at it on a narrative level, gaming has a pretty frequent, slightly conservative bent to it. No, I don't mean in a games of the new patriotism bullshit kind of way we already talked about once. I'm talking about broad thematic elements here. Most video games are achievement-oriented, merit-based affairs with an emphasis on competition for and acquisition of resources. Very few games have you sharing the wealth, and even fewer are of the opinion that everyone is a winner. In fact, usually the winner is the guy who wins. And let's be honest about this one, in the video game world, the Second Amendment is really popular. Hell, take a look at the Final Fantasy series. All the sexually ambiguous heroes and new agey eco-pantheist gobbledygook has most people thinking liberal about it. But look at the stories. Big, all-powerful governments as the bad guys versus go-it-alone, frontier-style rebel good guys whose approach to everything is to go for the ammo, such as it is. This isn't exactly clear-cut. Okay, maybe outright conservative would be pushing it in today's parlance or what passes for it, but does anyone want to argue with me that the narrative of gaming tends to lean pretty heavily on the libertarian side? Libertarian, for the record, is basically a nominally conservative political philosophy that basically applies the principle of let me take care of myself, thanks, to broad government policy. No big-ass intrusive nanny state, but no big-ass intrusive morality police either. Think of a libertarian as a Republican with a brain or a Democrat with a penis. You Bioshock fans may recognize it as similar to the philosophy of Andrew Ryan, which was itself drawn deliberately from objectivism, the Ayn Rand-founded school of thought that best described as libertarianism crossed with sociopathic narcissism crossed with an erector set. Now for the fun part. How do you think your favorite character would vote? Some, of course, we can blow through pretty quick. Republican, Republican, Democrat, Republican, Democrat, Democrat, but she's really fond of Sarah Palin, Republican, Democrat, Democrat, Nader, Republican, Democrat, Ron Paul, yeah, like that. But some, not so easy. At first glance, you might think that the Mario brothers are easy marks for the right wing, right? I mean, working class plumbers, and you remember that guy? But they're originally New Yorkers. That's a liberal state. And being plumbers, they might also be union. And unions tend to go Democrat. So these guys, I wouldn't be surprised to have seen an Obama sign out front. And look at Link. Yeah, you'd think Democrat/liberal, what with all the ecology and the fairies and the whole...
Yeah, my woman likes to wear boy drag. No big deal. I'm open-minded. Sometimes I paint my toenails.
But you know what? Look at this guy. He hangs out in the woods, he grows out his hair, he collects weapons and bombs, he bow hunts, he's known to do some howling, he's a middling musical talent, but no one would give a shit without the accompanying personality. Now, did I just describe the hero of time, or right-wing sideshow attraction Ted Nugent? Solid Snake probably voted for McCain, right? Old soldier, hard case, not a very touchy-feely guy, but then again, look how anti-war and globally minded the Metal Gear games are. A dude who declares one-man war on the hot bionic chick equivalent of Halliburton probably wasn't nuts about the last 8 years. If Snake voted for a Republican, it's because he wrote in Ron Paul. Now, you want some guys who practically sweat militaristic, hard-case, right-wing machismo? Well, much like in the news world, you need look no further than Fox. Oh, quit it. Look at the games. This is a Jerry Bruckheimer, shoot first, Top Gun, Air Force yarn, recast with furries because that makes it more fun. Right down the line. Fox McCloud is like the John Wayne of Nintendo characters. In fact, if they do a Star Fox movie, that's the voice they should imitate. It'd be a perfect fit. And don't start butting with me about Crystal. Yeah, she's an eco-pagan witch. So what? In real life, these Johnny Buzzcut dudes, they love kinky goth chicks. 'Cause I'm gonna make an honest woman of her, Pilgrim. Let's try it out on some of the new kids. Salem and Rios, anyone? Well, private military contractors probably support the party that thinks they're a good idea, which is, well, you know. But you know what else you probably know? However they lean otherwise, Salem and Rios are pissed about Proposition 8 getting passed. I bet they already had the down payment on a B&B. Okay, this is getting dangerously close to fan fiction, but I think you get the idea. Just a fun little thought experiment. But I do kind of hope some of you maybe got the idea to sit down and think about your personal politics beyond just the hot buttons and the buzzwords. You might be surprised to learn what you may or may not count as. Okay, I did want to bring up one more thing, though, while I'm here, even if it's only tangentially related. Activision? Hi. Look, by now I think we're all more or less making peace with the Call of Duty games and the fact that making realistic for-fun shooters out of real wars where real men fought and died walks a pretty thin razor on the edge of bad taste. But since they're solid games, usually fair and respectful, and aren't any more exploitative than they could be, you know, you guys play it pretty cool. But was there really no better time to release World at War, complete with its god-awful, "Rah! Pacific Theater is extreme, brah!" web trailer than on Veterans Day? Really? Veterans Day? The one day we're asked to be as respectful and reverential of soldiers as we ought to be all the time? That's the day you opt to put out the newest war, but it's fun FPS? I'm sorry. That just strikes me a little bit uncool. Just my opinion. I'm not saying the game is bad or immoral or anything about the folks who bought it, and I'm not saying everyone should be required to show respect on Veterans Day. I'm just wondering if maybe it wouldn't have been better for everyone just to wait for the 12th. So, that's all for now. Go watch The Escapist show. Drop them some feedback in the comments section. Maybe send some mail if you want. Basically, please continue to encourage and enable my poor behavior. See you next time. Wait. I've got time. One more thing. PETA, go fuck yourselves. Cabela's puts out like 50 reprehensible trophy hunting games a year, and you're going after Cooking Mama? Fuck that and fuck you, you hypocritical, sprout-mongering, bomb-throwing, publicity-whoring waste of skin. Look, I love animals. I don't wear fur. I got nothing against vegetarians, but PETA as an organization operates at a level of douchebagness somewhere between that of Xerxes and Clay Puffington. So fuck 'em. Okay, this time for real. I'm out. Happy Thanksgiving. Peace.